In this video, I'm going to give you some of the best credit card bonuses out there in September 2025, including some secret ones, as well as some of the best Amex card offers, points transfer bonuses, and the Discover It card 5% categories for Q4 of this year. It's gonna be a packed video, guys. Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. My name is Ben Hedges, aka the Credit Shifu, and on this channel I talk about US credit cards, personal finance, and luxury travel. If you like the sound of that, please subscribe. But let's get into the video. Okay, first up, the Amex Platinum. So let's look at this 175,000 points bonus on the Amex Platinum. You can find this using incognito mode. I was getting an 80,000 points bonus just by searching Amex Platinum on Google. But when I opened up an incognito window in Google Chrome and searched, I did in fact get targeted for the 175,000 bonus. Thing about this bonus is though that it is up to 175,000, meaning that after you apply, you will be offered the actual bonus, which could be 175,000, but maybe less. But for sure, it's going to be more than the public bonus of 80,000. And Amex doesn't do a hard credit pull until you accept the offer, so it is a risk-free application. Now, the reason I mention this now is that there is a supposed Amex Platinum refresh coming out on September 18th. People think more credits will be added. See our video on that if you're interested. But people also seem to think that the annual fee is going to go up to $895. That is a $200 increase from where it is now. But if you apply for the Amex Platinum right now, then you get a year at $695. And I am 99% sure that you will get all the new benefits that should come in on September 18th. 99%, in fact 99.9%, because every other credit card refresh we have seen, people who have already paid their annual fee are grandfathered in for one more year of that lower annual fee, but they do get the new benefits, okay? You see it all the time, very low risk that that wouldn't happen. One rumor that we covered in that video that I talked about a moment ago is $700 worth of new credits. Maybe that's what it will be, but we don't know, okay? But we do know that the refresh is happening, all right? It has been confirmed by the CEO.
Looking ahead, we're very excited about the upcoming refresh of our U.S. Consumer and Business Platinum cards this fall.
So I'm thinking about strategy here, guys. If you've never had the Amex Platinum before, so you would be eligible for the bonus, you could apply now, as long as you get that up to 175,000 points offer through the incognito window. And then if you get offered 175,000 or something high, like 150,000, it might be a good idea to pull the trigger and actually get the card and lock in that $695 annual fee for a year. If you get something lower like 100,000 or 80,000, I would say probably hold off, since I'm sure that there will be a public high bonus offer when the card relaunches on September 18th, okay? My prediction, well, I think they might do a public offer matching the public offer on our next credit card that we're going to talk about, which is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So the Sapphire Reserve relaunched with new benefits and a higher annual fee this summer. For the launch, there was a bonus of 100,000 points plus a $500 Chase travel voucher. But then about 2 weeks ago, they made a big thing out of that bonus ending, and then they immediately replaced it with a bonus that is arguably better. 125,000 points for spending $6,000 in 3 months. The reason I think it is better is just because it is more flexible. The $500 voucher was a one-time use thing, so if you only used it for, say, a $200 hotel, you lost the remaining $300 in value. With a points bonus, you use however many you need and you still have the remaining points in your account for next time. And 125,000 points is a really high bonus for a Chase card, and it's still available. All right, guys, let's now move on to the new Alaska Airlines Atmos cards. So these are actually the cards for Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines merged loyalty program. There are 3 cards, 2 personal, 1 business, and they are offering 80,000 miles plus a $99 companion fare on the personal mid-tier card, 100,000 miles plus a 25,000 mile companion fare on the premium card, and then on the business card we have the same bonus as on the personal mid-tier card. So these are good bonuses in and of themselves, but there are ways of getting a slightly higher bonus. So check out this post on the Chinese language forum on US Credit Card Guide. For the Atmos Premium Personal Card, the Summit card, it is relatively easy. You just call this number, tell them this code, and then they will give you a bonus of 105,000 miles plus the companion pair, so that's 5,000 more. And don't worry, I did search that phone number on the internet, and it is indeed a Bank of America phone number. Bank of America, by the way, issues these cards. For the business card, there is an opportunity to get 85,000 points and the companion voucher instead of the regular 80,000 plus the voucher. And you can do it another way. There's actually a link that leads to this page, and this is the application page, but in theory, you need to add a promo code with this one, a flight attendant code, because this is one of those in-flight links. But actually, the person who posted this says that you can input any 7-digit code in the promo box. So I will put a link to that US credit card guide forum down below where you can find all that info. Of course, there is some risk that by the time of posting this video, maybe the link doesn't work or whatever, but you can check it out if you're interested. All right, let's now move on to a really cool Amex offer to earn some extra Amex points at Amazon. All right, so I read about this on the Points Guy, and they said that they were targeted for an offer which allows you to earn 1,200 Amex points if you spend $150 at Amazon. And you can do it up to 3 times. So that would be a total of 3,600 points. So I had a look to see if I had this offer on any of my cards, and indeed I did. I found it on my Platinum card, except my offer was for a lower spend amount. 500 additional membership rewards points for spending $25 at Amazon. And you can do it up to 3 times. Now, I like this one since it's a lower spend requirement, so you actually get more points per dollar. $25 for 500 points is 20 additional points per dollar, whereas the one for 1,200 points for spending $150 is only 8 extra points per dollar. So the one I got is a more efficient use of spending. This offer runs until October 25th, and you do need to add it to your card. You can see that mine is already added to my card, and so it just says redeem now, and that is because I use Max Rewards Gold. So Max Rewards is the credit card management app that I recommend for keeping track of info on all your cards. Your balances, your upcoming bills, points and rewards balances will all show up in one place, even if your cards are all from different banks. And it will also tell you which card from your wallet to use in each spend category to get the maximum rewards. If you want all of your Amex offers activated, then I suggest getting the Pro version of Max Rewards Gold. It automatically activates all your Amex offers so you never miss a deal. And you may even use an Amex offer and save money or get extra points without realizing it. That has happened to me several times. You can get a free trial of Max Rewards Gold and a discount of 3 months on the annual plan if you sign up using my link below and use the code HEDGES25. All right, let's now move on to some transfer bonuses. And our first one is also from American Express. Amex bonus to Hilton. Now, this is what we call a transfer bonus. It is when a credit card gives you a bonus percentage when you transfer out to an airline or hotel partner. So if the normal transfer ratio is 1-to-1 and you get a 25% bonus, for every 1,000 points you transferred out, you would end up with 1,250 points in your hotel or airline account. Well, in this case with Hilton, we have a 25% transfer bonus, but the only difference is Hilton is a 1-to-2 transfer partner. So under normal circumstances, if you transfer 1,000 points, you get 2,000 points in your Hilton account. But with a 25% bonus, you would now get 2,500 points if you transfer 1,000. 5,000 points if you transfer 2,000, and so on. My slider stops at 5,000 Amex points since that's all I have in my account right now. I just cashed out 200,000 points through the Charles Schwab Platinum for $2,200. Since I'm not really planning on traveling right now, and I can buy some cool stuff with that money instead. The Hilton bonus ends on September 23rd. I have seen a 1-to-3 bonus in the past, okay, so that would be like a, 50% transfer bonus. But this is still pretty good in my opinion, and I may even transfer some points out to top up my Hilton balance. It's always useful to have some Hilton points stashed away since Hiltons and things like Hampton Inn, which is a Hilton brand, are everywhere, so it can be really useful for a cheeky weekend away. All right, let's now talk about some bonuses with Virgin Red. Virgin Red is the combined loyalty program of Virgin Group, which includes Virgin Atlantic Flying Club. That's going to be the most interesting to people here in the US, okay? Some of the others like Virgin Trains and stuff are in the UK. They seem to be doing a bit of a push right now for Virgin Red since Bilt had a bonus on Virgin Red for Rent Day on September 1st, just a few days ago, and there are two more elevated Virgin bonuses that I want to tell you about. First one is the Virgin Red rewards card from Synchrony Bank, which is offering a 75,000 points bonus. That is for spending $4,000 in your first 90 days, which is basically 3 months. This one is apparently only available until September 5th, which is tomorrow. So be very quick if you want it. But then in addition to that, we have Capital One offering a 30% transfer bonus to Virgin Red. And this one runs until October 1st, 2025. So Capital One cards like the Venture or Venture X will be able to transfer points over and get 1,300 points for every 1,000 points transferred. All right, now for our final story of the day, and that is Discover It categories. Okay, so the Discover It cashback card earns 5% cashback in rotating categories on $1,500 in spend each quarter. Basically the same deal as the Chase Freedom, except this is just cashback, not points, okay? And Discover announces the categories for the next quarter at the beginning of the final month of the previous quarter. Well, September is the final month of quarter 3, so we have the categories for quarter 4, which are drugstores and Amazon. So personally, if you have the Amex card, which I do, then you already get 5% unlimited cashback at Amazon, so there's really no point in switching your payment method. But drugstores is a useful category for some. If you have the Chase Freedom Flex, you get 3% back at drugstores. So this 5% is obviously 2% more. But then Chase cashback is convertible to points, which may be worth more depending on how you use them. But then obviously, if you only have the Freedom Flex, then it's just going to be 1 cent per point if you don't have like a Sapphire or an Ink card. So that would be the same value as Discover cashback. So Discover would be better in this case. And guys, we'll also come out with the 5% Freedom categories for quarter 4 around the middle of this month. We can often get them on the 14th, but officially they go out on the 15th. All right, guys, that is the video. Do let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to get a free trial and a 3-month discount on Max Rewards Gold with my link below using code HEDGES25. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.